Hi guys. Okay, so I'm back and we're going to try this a different way tonight, so hopefully we can get the camera angles down a little bit better since I am doing live and YouTube. So this video is called No Excuses. It's going to be short and sweet. And I want to touch on this because one of the big things that I hear when people contact me is, hey, I want to work this business, but I don't have time. Well, guess what? You do have time. I don't have time is an excuse, and that's okay. We all make excuses. I make excuses. So this is about if you really want to work this business, you can do it and you can find the time. So you just have to make the decision. Hey, I want to do this. So I'm going to talk about excuses for a minute. We've got the general one. I don't have time. I don't have enough money. I don't know enough people. I have kids. I don't have a babysitter. So real quick, let me just run down that list. So I don't have time. I'm going to talk about a couple people on my team. I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to just tell you how that they work this business and they work it hardcore and they probably don't have time. So I have a person that has a full-time job, 2.5 kids, and on the school board, and she works this business hardcore, pretty much full time. She doesn't have time, but she does it anyway because she wants to work this business. I have another person on my team, and she runs her family's business. Like, her family owns a business and she runs it. This business probably is more than full time because they are basically a business that's on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She has 3 kids. She still works this business. She has time to work this business. And then I do not work. I'm stay at home, but I have 5 kids. In the summer, I have a lot more time because we don't do homeschool, but during the school year, we homeschool, and I lead a local homeschool co-op of about 425 families. So I don't have time, but we work this business. We work this business because we want to. We want to do it. We love the benefits that it gives our family. We love the extra paycheck. And in the end, it's worth it to us. So we decided to overcome that excuse and work this business. So then you talk about, I don't know enough people. Guys, if you're on social media, you know at least 100 people on your social media. Most people do anyway. I mean, the majority. So you don't have to know no one. You just have to put something on your Facebook page that might grab their attention. And yeah, everybody gets sick of seeing posts. I understand that. But you know what? Everybody's selling something. So there you go. So put your post out there. And you don't have to put it out there like you're selling something. Just post that you're using your oil and this is how you're using it. And somebody could be interested. You never know. So you do know people. If you don't know people, call local, church groups, women's, ladies meetings, all those different things, and see if they want you to come in and do a class for them. You never know who'll say yes, and you can have those contacts. I have kids and I have no babysitter. I have 5 children, and I very rarely get a babysitter. So the way you overcome that excuse is you lock yourself in your bedroom at 10 p.m. and you do a video, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm doing this video at 10 p.m. because I told you guys that I was going to do it today. Yesterday when I did my video, I said I'm doing the no excuses video tomorrow. And my day got away from me. I spent several hours working earlier. I came home. We did some housework and some yard work. Then we went over to my sister's and let the kids swim. And I watched them swim and I was like, it's 9:30 and I was supposed to do that video. So here I am, 10 o'clock, doing a video. With the bedroom door locked, hoping that nobody starts beating on the door. Because that's no excuses. So I started actively doing this business about 7 months ago. I've been using Young Living for about 2.5 years. When I first toyed around with the idea of, I want to do this as a business, I used the same excuses. I don't have time. I have too many kids. My house is too loud. That's my excuse for not answering my phone, by the way. So if you ever try to call me, I don't answer because I hate to talk on the phone. I just hate it. My house is always so loud I can't hear it. So there's my excuse. But I'll text and email you all day long. And I'll lock myself in the bedroom to do a live video. So there you go. But I used all those excuses. And then I decided, hey, I need to make this business work. My family needs this right now. So we eliminated that excuse. My husband and I decided we were going to eliminate together. And we decided to work this business. he decided to give me the support that I needed to work this business, which means he was going to have to cover the kids a little bit more than he already did. And with 5 kids, we both covered the kids plenty. So it wasn't like he really wanted to cover the kids more. But he stepped up to do that because he knew this is what I wanted and it's what he wanted to. So in 6 months, after actively working this business and standing by the no excuses, my income from Young Living quadrupled. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I was just sharing my oils and kind of half-heartedly working the business, the $200 or $250 a month I was making was really nice. Like, that was a nice little bonus. Hey babe, look, I got $200 for Young Living and I didn't do anything. Like, I just told people about my oils. That's a really, really good thing. Like, I love that check. But as I quadrupled it after that 6 months when I decided to work the business and I got the $1,000 check, it was a much more satisfying thing. Even though I had to work way harder to get that check than I did the $200 check. And it was not a fast process. It takes a while. But it was so satisfying to be able to tell him, hey, my check got deposited, but I can go pay this bill and I can go pay this bill. You don't have to, because he's the sole provider for our family because I stay home with the kids. So that was a huge thing for me. And being able to contribute toward our household has motivated me more than I was when I started, because I just love being able to do that. It makes me it gives me back. I love being a mom. That's who I am, but it takes a little bit more of me back. It brings a little bit more of me back into the picture so that I'm not just being somebody's mom. Like, I feel like I'm actually contributing towards the stuff that he works so hard to provide for us. It has enabled us to do a lot more traveling. Guys, I have traveled more in the past year and a half thanks to Young Living than I have probably the last 5 years. My husband, we just got back from a convention in Utah, which was wonderful. And yes, it was a business trip, but it was a place we had never been. He got to go with me. We experienced Utah. It was not a cheap trip. We had to pay a babysitter to stay here at the house with the kids. That's not a cheap expense. And we were able to do that because of Young Living. Like, if I was not pursuing Young Living as a business, if I had just been doing what I was doing 7 months ago, we would not have been able to go to convention. It just would not have been a financial possibility for us. So no excuses does pay off. So here's what I want you guys to do. I have several people that are business builders on my team, and I have several people that are thinking about being business builders. Those that are watching the videos on my team are not. If you're thinking about working a business, it doesn't have to be Young Living. It can be any business. You need to sit down and you need to ask yourself if you want to work this as a business, and you need to make that decision. You don't need to be wishy-washy. Either you do or you don't. You make that decision and you tell yourself that you're going to work this as a business no matter what, and you eliminate the excuses. Something that I did is I printed out a piece of paper, just a regular piece of paper that said no excuses on it in big bold letters, and then I took pretty colored markers and pencils and I wrote all of the excuses that I use all over the paper. So I wrote my excuses down. So we'll call it a no excuses vision board. So I wrote my excuses down, and then every time I tried to use one of those excuses and it was on the vision board, I put a check mark beside it or an X or a little line saying, oh, no, I've got to overcome that excuse. And I kept a tally mark of beating my excuses. And in 3 months' time, I had tried to use those excuses 4 or 5 times each. And I had to overcome them. So it's not an instant habit. Like, you have to work at it. And that's not saying, oh, decide you want to do this and it's going to happen. It's not. It's hard. It does take time. I probably spend about 25 hours a week working on Young Living business. This week it's been more because of convention and I've had a lot going on. I had a lot of ideas. I've helped some team members, teammates with some stuff. It's just been a busy week. So I would say I've probably done about 10 hours more than I usually do. But usually I do 25 hours a week, and that's plenty. You could probably get it done in 15. I mean, you just have to figure out what works for you. But it is going to be hard. It's going to require work. So you have to decide that you want to do that. You have to fit it in somehow, whether that's 10 p.m. video, whether that is listening to a podcast at night while you're laying in the bed, or in the morning while you're putting on your makeup, whether it's playing a YouTube video while you're putting on your makeup. I mean, there's all kinds of ways that you can squeeze in different things. You just have to make time for it. So I'm going to give you all a couple of resources that I think will help you decide to work your business, whatever business you're working. So this is the Game Plan by Sarah Harnish. Has a video series that goes along with it. I'm not a huge fan of the videos, but I love, love, love her book and her workbook. And let me tell you why I'm not a fan of the videos. The videos are long. I don't have time to watch a long video. But this book and the workbook that goes along with it has some great information in it. Some great information. And it's called Sarah Harnish. It's the complete strategy guide to go from starter kit to silver. So this book is based purely on Young Living. Like, it's just about going to silver with Young Living. So if you have a Young Living business, this is a great book to get. The next book that I'm going to tell you is Road to Royal and Roadmap to Success by Deborah Rayburn. It's a great workbook, also based around Young Living. So it just gives you a way to kind of jot down ideas and set some goals and deal with the excuses and try to figure out what you want to do with your business. The last book, guys, as I do this video, you're going to learn that I'm a huge, huge, huge Lindsay Teague Marino fan. Like, huge. So this is her book. This is Getting Noticed by Lindsay Teague Marino. And this is for entrepreneurs, or mompreneurs, as she calls them. And this is for any business. This is not just solely based on Young Living. So any business that you have, you can take this book, and it tells you all kinds of great things about being noticed on social media if you're using social media and the internet to grow your business. So this is a great, great tool. Now, she also has a podcast called Boss Up. That is the podcast that I've been listening to. It just started. There's like 8 of them. She does them every Monday. They're 10 minutes. So it's super easy to listen to. It's super quick. And she does not sugarcoat anything. Like, she spits out what you need to do. She gives useful tips. So you take 10 minutes and you listen to it and you come away with actual usable information to build your business. And she's honest. Like, it's hard work. You know, it's not just going to happen because you close your eyes and wish for it to happen. You have to work at it. So I'm a really big fan of hers. She's just, I think her personality and the way she goes at it is very inspirational to me. So with that, the last piece of advice that I have for you about overcoming excuses is, if you are doing a network marketing business, whether it's Young Living, whether it's, cleaning products or other products from all different companies, if you're doing a network marketing business, you're selling stuff. You are. I'm sorry. Just own it. You're selling stuff. That's how you're building your business. You're selling products. There's nothing wrong with that. Guys, pretty much every profession is based around selling stuff in some way or another. If you take your kid to the pediatrician and you're sitting at the pediatrician and you are sitting there for 3 hours because the doctor's running late, you're probably going to go find another doctor. You're going to be unhappy with that service because you didn't get what your money's worth. You didn't get what you paid for. If they come in on time and they're great with your kids and they do this, okay, they're selling their services to you. That's how they build their business. They are selling themselves as a good pediatrician. If go any profession, when you think about it, is selling stuff. So don't try to sugarcoat that. Don't be ashamed of it. Yes, share the products because you love the products. I love Young Living. That makes it so much easier to sell Young Living products because I believe in the company and I believe in the products. But I'm still selling products at the end of the day. So just own it and make sure that you are okay with that. All right, guys, that's my little spiel for the night. No excuses. I'll put it on my YouTube channel so that you can catch the rest of it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't keep you too long. Thanks for tuning in.